no idea the amount of ignorant mess you're about to get into right now.
Hello and welcome to a brand new episode of Black on Black Cinema. I'm your host, Jay. I'm here with my co-host, Terrence.
What's up?
All right, guys. Yeah, it's a preview episode. We've been gone for so long.
Yeah, it's been like 4 months. I don't know.
It feels like that. Mike is obviously not here because he successfully was there when his wife gave birth to his son. So he's doing well. For those folks who don't know, him and his wife, they had a little boy named Maxwell. So congratulations to them. But he is on the next two episodes. I think he will be pretty much on all the full episodes. He probably won't be on the preview episodes just because of the way we tape them. So, so the next episode for episode 144 is on the 2018 film Tyrel. This is starring Jason Mitchell. It is about a sole black man attends an otherwise all-white weekend of drunken bro debauchery on a birthday trip to a cabin in the Catskills. So you can rent that on like Amazon and wherever it's out. It's available. So check that out, and we'll talk about it in depth next week. And again, Mike is on that. The three of us are on that episode. So check that out for Tyrel. The random topic of the week.
It ain't that random.
Yeah, it's not. It's a topic that people have wanted us to talk about. But before I get into that, we actually have a couple of 5-star reviews. So it's been a minute since I've read those. So we have one from Kansas City Dawn. The title is Takes from the Hood 2. Quote, I've been listening to the show for a while, and most of the movies you review I've seen or now looking through a different perspective. Not this one. They should have focused on the sacrifice for the entire movie. 5 stars. I agree. That was the best skit. The next one is from High Heeled Gangsta. The title is I Love Y'all. Quote, I literally love this podcast. I'll say y'all are committed because I tried to watch Tales from the Hood too. I didn't get past the first story. That sounds familiar. I really.
Is that me?
Yeah, are you High-Heeled Gangsta?
I don't think so, but like that speaks to me.
the female version of you, I assume. I don't know. I really wanted to like it because I liked the first one so much, but nah, Chief, that ain't it. Keep doing what you're doing and I'll keep listening. So 5 stars for that. So thank you for those two 5-star reviews. So the random topic of the week, as Terrence alluded to, is not all that random, which is all about R. Kelly and all the stuff that's come out about him during this docuseries, Surviving R. Kelly. I think we were slightly reticent about talking about it just because of our personal feelings on the topic, which is, by the way, not in support of R. Kelly, if that's what you're wondering. And if you are wondering that, this is clearly your first episode of the show. But just because it's just such a gut-wrenching bit of information that I feel like we knew some of it, but there's so much more. Terrence, what did you think of the docuseries? And then we'll kind of get into it.
As a whole, I thought it was very well done. It brought to light things that we knew. I guess from like a production standpoint, it was excellent.
Yeah.
It did bring to light things that we already knew, but I didn't know. Like as I was watching it, I was thinking back to like not necessarily my relationship with R. Kelly's career, but just how I felt about his music. I never really I was never a huge fan, and as I was watching it, thinking back to like what songs did I really fuck with him, and like there's a lot of songs that he's written for other people.
Yeah.
That I guess we'll go into that a little bit later. But I think the last song of his that I really was like, yo, I really like this song was probably Ignition.
Yeah, it's
the Ignition remix. But
I mean, it's hard not to like that song. It just is. It's a great song. It's a great song.
But the thing is, I never sought out to listen to any of his music. It wasn't like I never bought an album.
No,
I never bought an R. Kelly album. I never ever bought an R. Kelly album. But at the same time, like I did listen to the music. Now, again, the actual documentary itself, or the docuseries itself, brought to light a lot of things that I slightly knew but didn't know,
right,
at all. Like you like you think you know, but you have no idea, kind of thing.
Yeah, that's kind of how I felt.
Yeah, I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ, yo, this dude needs to go to prison. Like, he has serious issues, and not only him, everybody around him.
Yeah, no, y'all got to go.
Like,
that's a wrap for you.
That was like, yo, I went ahead and forged these documents so this nigga can be married to a 14-year-old. Like, what are you doing, my nigga? Like, come on, yo. Like, you knew that shit was wrong. You're an adult.
It was one of the big regrets of my life. Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Was it?
Like, I failed her and I failed him. Like, how did you fail a 27-year-old man?
Yeah, you ain't fail him, dog. I guess he would make the argument he failed him by not calling it out, which is, no, you failed. I don't care about him. How about that? I care about the 15-year-old girl that was involved. That's what I care about. Yeah,
it was little things like that. Like, I think there was a producer that said he walked into the studio from time to time, and he would see like just underrated girls just chilling. He's like, what the fuck is going on? But that's all you did. You're like, yo, this is weird, and just let it rock.
Yeah,
you can't do that. Like,
no,
this shit's illegal, my nigga. It's illegal.
Right. It's not like, oh, I'm just not okay with this. Like, it is a crime. It is a crime.
So everybody was necessary to a crime, essentially. Like, knowing what he was doing, and you just let it rock for 30 years. Like, come on, So yeah, like, but just the minutia of everything that he did was just disgusting. Like, I was sitting watching this thing, like, yo, this is fucking crazy. Like, go to jail. Like, if he doesn't go to jail, if he somehow manages to stay out of jail for the rest of his life, I already don't have any faith in our justice system because of the way it works.
Right.
I don't know what the fuck to tell you. Like, I was listening. Well, go ahead. And what did you think about it? Because there was some other things I want to talk about. Like,
so
going to be an interesting episode.
Yeah. So I've only seen 5 out of the 6 episodes, but I think from my understanding, that's pretty much the vast majority of it, right? Because the 6th episode is like people commenting sort of on his shittiness, right? Which is what we're doing. The thing is, I just fundamentally don't understand how adults can be okay with what they saw. Like, that to me is where it fucks me up, because, all right, he's fucked up. Like, he was abused or whatever. That's not an excuse in my eyes at all. But he was abused, hurt people, right? Like, look, the cycle of abuse wouldn't have started had he not been abused. And I'm sure that his sister who sexually abused him was probably also abused, right? So it continues. But we have to, you can acknowledge that. And then you also have to go, well, you are still responsible for the actions that you do, right? So he's very much responsible for what he does. What fucks me up is, like, you've got these people who are around him that are, like, weirdly, the people who are still in support of him and are like, no, these people are all being, they're just saying this because they're not getting paid anymore. Like, weirdly, they're correct, but they're correct for the wrong reason, right? Which is, or their viewpoint is fucked up. It's not that they're making up lies because they're not getting paid. They're just finally owning up to all the shit they saw because they're not getting paid, right? But that still is some scumbag shit, because you shouldn't base your morality over money, right? And, there were so many times in the documentary, it's like, well, I thought that what R. Kelly did for this person, they could do for me, or they could do for my kid and stuff like that. And I'm just like, no, like, it's not worth it. There are other producers, there are other singers. And, like, by God, like, the guy is a fucking talent. He is. But get away from him. Like, it's okay to be like, that guy's a great singer. He's also the biggest piece of shit. Like, I can say as a person who's a big movie person, yo, Woody Allen is a great director. He is. Yeah. He just is. He also married his fucking stepdaughter at like 17 years old. 18 years old. And people are like, whoa, it's legal. Yeah, but what? He just figured out who she was yesterday? No, dog. He's been trying to fuck her from the time she came around. He's a pedophile, right? He's a fucked up guy. So you can say he's a great director, and you can also say this guy's a piece of shit. And both of those things, like while they are two separate things, they like in and of itself, but they're very much connected. Like R. Kelly's music comes from a fucking sick mind. It comes from a seriously sick mind. And we'll get into like all the like weird messaging and shit that he wrote for other people. You ruined an MJ song for me, you fuck. Like, yeah, like the shit that's wrong with this guy is deep and it's seated, and he needs to go to fucking prison for the rest of his life, or until someone in prison murders him. That's fine. I don't really care. Like, I just don't. But he needs to go to jail. He should have gone to jail when they found out that he forged Aaliyah's documents so that they could get married at 15. He should have gone to jail after the tape came out. He should have gone to jail after all this shit in Chicago came out recently. Like, there are a number of times that he should have been gone. Like, it should have been a wrap for him. But the biggest is like, how the fuck did he marry Aaliyah at 15 and we just let that shit rock? We let that shit rock, by the way.
Yeah.
We let that shit rock. As a society. I'm not talking about you and I. But, like, as a society, we were just like, oh, yeah. Like, we know how old Aaliyah is. We know she's not fucking 18. Like, that is a knowable fact. You can find out how old Aaliyah was at that time. If you know.
40.
What's that?
40 last.
Right. So, like, if you know that information and you know how old R. Kelly is, like, how did we let this go? Like, that's a crazy scenario to me. But we did. And because we did, we allowed this lifetime of fucking sexual abuse. And now we're all like, oh, I can't believe. Yeah, but we kept buying these albums and kept supporting these niggas like over and over and over again. And the people next to him were even worse. So I don't know. I thought the docuseries was good. It made me incredibly angry. The people who I thought like, oh, okay, I understand their point, and then they'd say something else. I'm like, nah, you go to jail too, my nigga. Like, you're done. Like, I thought Sparkle, I was like, oh, okay, I get her scenario. And then I'm like, seeing this other shit, I'm like, you dropping an album this week? Get the fuck, all right, yo, you're done. You're done. Like, everybody pretending to be so concerned about the livelihood of these young women that were abused and treated like absolute garbage, past and apparently present, are also like weirdly like still trying to make money off of him. And also I'm like, yo,
right,
where's your moral code? It's weird to me.
Yeah, that's the whole Sparkle thing where she's like, hey, I should have never let my niece around him. Like, but you knew what he was doing before. Like, you saw it with your own two eyes. Like, she said she told a story about when she was, I guess, watching television with him.
Right.
And she said she was hearing a knock, and it was his wife. And his wife was like, yo, can I come downstairs and get something to eat? And she was like, yo, what the fuck kind of crazy shit is going on here? So you knew who this guy was, but you let your 13 or 14-year-old niece around him because you figured, hey, she's really talented. Maybe he can help her out. Like he helped me. You had one record.
Yeah.
I don't remember anything else from her besides that album.
Look,
with him and her.
I'm not a R&B person. I mean, I know R. Kelly's music, so I didn't even know who the fuck this woman was. They're like, when she released her album, I was like, was it called something else? Like, I don't know who you are.
Did she have an album? I don't even know. I don't know. Whatever. Anyway, but as I was saying before, like all of the folks around him, they're just the dudes that would go to the high schools or the malls.
That's
with
crazy,
him
dude. That's
to kind of like to scope out the teenage girls when this nigga was in his late 20s. This dude's he's 2 years younger than my mom. I was 13 in 1994.
Right.
He was trolling the mall and schools. Like, what the? Come on, yo.
Like, okay, here's my thing. All right, let's say you and I work together, right? Well, we do. I mean, technically, right? No one's getting paid here. But all right, like me, you, and Micah all work together, and I'm just and let's say Micah, because he's not here, I'll throw him directly under the bus. And he's like, "Yo, look, I need y'all to go to the high schools and like scope out the scene of women and see if you can find any like fresh 14 and 15-year-old girls. I'm a grown ass man, yo. I'm not doing that. Like, nah, my nigga. Like, no. And if I see you with a 14-year-old girl, I'm gonna fuck you up. I'm gonna fuck you up. Get the fuck out of here. I'm gonna fuck you up. Like, who are these grown men? Nah, yo, I got you, Kels. It's good. It's cool. Nah, we gonna go over to the Route 21 and we gonna pick up some girls. Like, nigga, what the fuck? Like, all right, he's fucked up. Why are you doing it?
Yeah, what are you getting out of it?
A paycheck? Ain't no paycheck worth that.
No. Which makes me believe like maybe they was into it too.
Yeah, thank you. Nah, you're not running with this nigga all the time. Come on, yo.
Like you can't like troll schools and McDonald's and fucking crazy shit like that for teenagers for a nigga and be like, yo, I found you this 15-year-old. She's cute. Like I got a thing about age. Everybody, well, I don't know if everybody knows. It vehemently. I don't like that shit. You know? I don't give a fuck.
You shouldn't.
Yo, I'm 20. No, I'm 37 years old. Like, get out of my face. You 20? What now?
I have a thing for older women, so I'm safe. Yeah, safe.
You're fine.
I'm like apparently like his shitty brother Bruce. Oh, I have a preference, and my brother has a preference.
His preference is your kid. Like, nigga.
Yo, I wanted to beat him with a crowbar, yo. I was like, yo, shut up, yo. What kind of nigga logic is that? It's just a preference. No, older women is a preference. Younger women is illegal. That's why your ass in jail. That's why you in jail. Because you can't do 2 + 2. Get the fuck out of here.
Like, what that was so fucking bizarre. But
hated that nigga, yo. God damn.
Yeah, he made me so angry.
His other brother just was a sad case. Like his other brother just got dragged through the fucking mud over this shit.
Yeah, he even during the trial, he fucking accused the guy in that tape, which I realized I'd never seen.
No, I've never seen it either.
I've never seen the tape.
By the way,
I don't think I ever saw the tape. I didn't realize that it was like the biggest selling sex tape of next to like maybe I guess who the fuck was it?
Paris Hilton
couple like Tommy Lee and
Pam Anderson.
Yeah, remember that one? I don't know, but
I saw that one.
Adults.
I saw that one.
You did? I didn't see that one either. I don't. They white, whatever.
Look, it was just 2 rich people fucking on a boat. Like it wasn't that serious.
Yeah, but I'd never seen the tape. I heard about it. Like I didn't think I'm pretty sure I didn't want to see a grown man pissing on a girl. I think that's probably what it was that I was like, nah, I don't need to see that.
Yeah.
Even at 22 years old, I'm like, no, I'm good. But apparently they were selling that shit and people were watching like, yo, y'all sick too, yeah.
No, but not just sick. If you watched it, you watched child pornography.
You are in possession of child pornography. You were in possession of child pornography.
Yeah.
And apparently he had a lot of it. How did he not get brought up on those charges? They couldn't necessarily figure out how old these girls were. Like, okay, fine, whatever. The law is the law, whatever. If you can't figure it out, but it's the truth.
Right.
Like,
but I mean, let's not skip over that part, right? Because that's kind of a big deal, which is we had arguably tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands maybe, of people buying child pornography and knowing that it is, hey, yo, he's with this young girl or whatever. Like, you bought it anyway. Yeah. Like, to me, there's a larger scenario, which is society built this. Like, we as an American society, we built this. And it's like, you can't be that disgusted with R. Kelly. I mean, you should be. But at the same time, like, but you watched the tape, my nigga. Like, hey, R. Kelly's pissing on somebody. I don't really need to see that. I'm good.
I'm good. I don't need to see that. I don't need to see anybody piss on anybody.
No.
It's a little weird to me.
It's not in my thing.
That's not my thing.
I go to Pornhub plenty. Not an unreasonable amount. But I go to Pornhub plenty of times. Never chose the piss section. Not once.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm fine. I don't. That just seems unsanitary to me.
Yeah, but because it is.
It's very unsanitary. But the other thing, as I was watching, they did bring up the other like rock and roll artists that dated married younger women, like Jerry Lee Lewis married his 13-year-old
cousin.
Nigga, what?
She was mad young too. I mean, like, not just 13. She looked 13. You know what I mean? You like, yo, this
fucking shot.
You look like a kid. Jerry Lee Lewis
But
was a fucking creep.
But when you think about that, like, it's almost normal. Like, as a whole, like that whole scenario with the older guy and the younger girl.
Yep.
I mean, and when I say younger girl, I mean teenager. That shit is normal in this country. I would say it's normal across the globe.
It's not abnormal.
That's what I'm saying.
Across the globe.
Kind of normal. Like, how old are you? You're 21. How old is the girl? 15, 16 years old. It's fine. Yeah. That's throughout time. Like the older man, it's with the younger girl because the man is supposed to take care of the woman. Right. They're not even women yet. They're children. But it's fine because like that's just the dynamic that we've grown accustomed to throughout time, which I never understood. Like I've always had an issue with
Well, if you think right, but if you think about like extrapolating that out to a larger point, if you're talking about young girls, because they are girls, being with older men throughout time, it's because women weren't seen as people. They were seen as property, right?
Seen as property, and the man she is his property. He's supposed to take care of his property. So that's what I'm trying to get at.
And then they're basically broodmares. Women were used as fucking broodmares. So it's like, how many kids can you kick out? Well, you can start having kids at like 13. So that's what happens. The only problem with that is it's 2019, not fucking 1492. And we have to move the fuck on, and it's gross. But you're right. Like in the music industry and in the movie industry, it's still there. It's still very much there. I'm like, yo, how many years younger? Like it's less of an issue now because they're both older. But I don't know if you remember, like Callista Flockhart, the woman who played Ally McBeal, like she married Harrison Ford. Like Harrison Ford was old as fuck then. I was like 25 years difference, some crazy shit like that. It's just, hey, it's Hollywood, but you never see like Meryl Streep with like some young nigga. Like this is not gonna happen.
Yeah, that just doesn't happen.
That'd be a wild scenario too. Like Meryl Streep with like Chris Hemsworth. Like, really? Okay. I mean, do you? So it is a weird sort of scenario, but I think it is. We have bred that into not just world society, but American society specifically, and then couple that with the idea of celebrity, and they're just allowed to do whatever they fucking want, which is clear in R. Kelly's case. Like, they just don't give a fuck. Like, oh, is R. Kelly fucking Aaliyah right on the tour bus and she's 15 and we know that? If the general public doesn't know, but we know it, it's fine.
That was a next tour date. I got to get paid. I got to pay these bills.
Like, yo, like my morality is not worth it. Like, it's just not. Like, my morality is not for sale. And if I'm a grown ass man and I see a door swing open and I see a 27-year-old R. Kelly fucking Aaliyah who is 15, the second I get the chance, I'm gonna fuck you up, yo. I'm gonna fuck you up. I'm gonna wait until security ain't there because they're gonna fuck me up. I recognize that. I know that's gonna happen. And that's just some shit I gotta deal with. But I'm gonna fuck you up. I'm gonna try to fuck you up. And if I'm not successful, or even if I am, I'm gonna call the police. No, y'all ass is going to jail. Sorry. Fuck out of here. Like, one thing I noticed in the documentary that, look, I don't have kids, but I don't understand this. I don't understand fathers who were just like, well, there was nothing we could do. No. Oh, really? My daughter's in that house and she ain't coming home and R. Kelly got her? Now we going to burn that house down. No, yo, I'm going to jail. I'm not fucking around, yo. I just didn't understand it.
I was having a conversation. Actually, I was having a conversation with TR. I'm like, I would go to prison. I would, like, my first instinct, if I was Aaliyah's father, I'm going to try to kill you.
Yeah.
Like that would be my, like, you did what? You got to die, yo.
No, it's a wrap.
To attempt to either kill you or like make you a quadriplegic. I don't know. I know me, and I would probably try to injure you severely.
Yes.
Like
100%.
Fuck money, fuck all of that other bullshit. Like, yo, I'm going to try to hurt you.
Yeah, I'd be like, oh, is that what happened? Can we talk? Because, I really want to just talk to you and just have a conversation, just you and me, just you and me. And then I'm gonna fuck you up. I'm gonna try to hurt you, yo. Guess what? Here lies R. Kelly. He made one album. That's it. Nah, yo. You have sex with my 15-year-old daughter, I'm gonna stab you to death, my nigga. Like I am, yo. I'm gonna lose my mind. What the fuck? Like, he paid off one family. Oh, the girl got mono and then she was like paralyzed. Here's $1,000 check.
Yeah.
Cool. Thanks for the check. Can you write your address on it? Because I'm gonna send some hard hitting niggas to come get you. No, yo. No. Yo, come on, yo. I just didn't understand. Like, I mean this in the most serious way I can. There wasn't no like real niggas related to any of these women. Because I feel like you fuck with some chick in the hood, their uncle come and they fucking fuck you up. Like, that's what's going to happen.
You would think that, like, especially him being from Chicago, yo.
It must not have been on the south side of Chicago. I don't know where the fuck they were.
Like, I can't imagine. Like, okay, he's going to the high school, pick up girls or whatever. All right, he does whatever he does, like uncle or but here's the thing, like, you never know, that uncle may have fucking did some shit like that to a girl 5 years ago.
Or I really liked I Believe I Can Fly. So
their morale is like right along with his. So I like me, no. Anybody.
Yo, my uncle threatened to blow. Look, this is a true fucking story. My actual father is a piece of shit, right? He was treating my mom bad because, of course. My uncle, who you've met, is a crazy person. He is. He don't fuck around. Like, he say something, he ain't playing. My uncle was like, I'm gonna blow his fucking house up. Like, he wasn't kidding. My uncle just pulled a gun on somebody for fucking with my aunt. Like, literally pulled a gun. It was like, because it was like some guy was stalking my aunt. He pulled a gun out on a guy at a bowling alley. He was like, I'll blow your fucking head off if you ever talk to my sister again. And the guy was like, all right, man, I'm really sorry. And then my crazy ass uncle then went and bowled 3 games. He don't give a fuck. But that's what I'm saying. Where was that uncle, yo? Like, I fundamentally don't understand how you can, I understand the parents of the kids who are like taken right now because they feel like they literally just can't do anything. And it's like, I don't know, it's like a lot of media shit. But in the beginning, oh, no. No, R. Kelly would be dead. He would be. His
singing career would be over. Like, his vocal coach would be fucked up.
Oh yeah, no, you a baritone now, my nigga. Like, this shit's a rap for you. But so, okay, let's talk about something else though. Let's talk about like the weird 2019, like this group of people who are still defending this. Dude, who are these people? Who are they?
Actually, today, matter of fact, someone posted something about, because this is basically the big what everyone is talking about. Someone posted they basically posted saying what we're saying now, like we essentially created this nigga, but there was someone, and this is the argument that pisses me off. He's like, well, he wasn't affecting my pockets. Like, I got to make sure my own family is straight for all this. I'm like, you can do that. That's fine. So you're just not, so because you have to make sure that your pockets are lined with money or whatever, you can take care of your own family. You just completely disregard this other crazy shit that's happening. Like, again, I don't understand this thing where we have to think about one thing at a time. Like, we are all able to multitask.
Some people really aren't.
Like, I don't, maybe.
Some people can't, I guess.
I mean, maybe if you can't, that's fine. But at the same time, if you like his music, all right, that's on you. Like, if you're able to separate the artist from the art, and these people ain't even doing that. They're like, yo, these bitches they knew what they were doing. They were fast. I don't even what the fuck that means. They were fast. Like, they could have left whenever they wanted to. I'm like, these are all the excuses that we've heard ad nauseum forever for everything. Like, when it comes to things like this, like, they could have left. Why didn't they say anything earlier? Like, come on, dog. They're kids. The people that I blame are the parents, because, like, at this point, like, you know better. Like, I'm sorry, if you're the parents of one of these children, like, you come on, dog.
Yeah, I mean,
like, like, especially the latest one. Like, they were like, yeah, I went to the R. Kelly concert for my birthday, and we were like,
you took your 17-year-old daughter. The fuck you taking your daughter to a fucking R. Kelly concert?
We have supervision. I'm like, no, like, nah, no. Who was the last person R. Kelly made famous?
I guess someone could say Sparkle, but I didn't know who that was.
That was 30 years ago, my nigga.
Again, I didn't even know who she was.
No, like it was like 25 years ago, and she wasn't even famous.
Right, I guess it would just be Aaliyah.
Make famous.
It's just Aaliyah.
Outside of Aaliyah. Like, I can't think of anyone. He's written a lot of songs for a lot of people, but we don't know that. So,
Right.
like, what did he do for all of these other teenage girls? What did he do? Who did he break? That's like, I can't grasp, like, okay, they did that for this person, so we can do it. He can do it for my daughter. Like, what other daughter did he do it for? What artists do you know with R. Kelly was like, yo, this is my new protege. She's coming out with an album, yada, 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 blah, blah, blah.
Right. If he had if he had broken like 5, 7 fucking stars, you'd be like, all right, well, maybe.
Anybody besides Aaliyah. And that was 30 years ago. Like, that's the crazy part, that shit boggles my mind. So I don't know what they were looking at. They have this thing in their head, like, yo, we really love this nigga's music. Like, he's a musical genius. Like, he's super talented. It's like, okay, fine. He really is. It's scary how he's such a fucking scumbag. But like, he's selfish.
Yeah, he's not interested.
I'm gonna go ahead and like make you a star. He's never done it.
Yeah, he's not interested in doing it.
Even after Aaliyah, like, she went with Timbaland and she became even more popular.
I would argue that Timbaland had way more to do with her, like, long-lasting career.
Weird too, because I heard a story about him. Like, he was like, "Yo, she's very beautiful, but she's super young, so I'm gonna be like her bigger brother." And he ended up, like, again, having a conversation with Tiara. She showed me a picture of his wife. Google Timbaland's wife.
Oh, does she look just like her?
Google Timbaland's wife.
Oh. I guess my only question in reference to the Timbaland thing is, where the fuck is Magoo? What happened to that guy? Right? I don't think anybody knows, right? Nobody knows.
I haven't the slightest idea.
I don't think Magoo is around anymore.
Yeah, he had.
Yo, did he just? Well, yo, all right, yo, okay, all right, Timbaland.
It's creepy, yo.
Yo, it is. That's wild.
Creepy.
She's really pretty, but yo, she looks exact. Yo, she even has the hair over the eye joint. Yo, come on, yo. Yo, if Aaliyah was alive right now, that would be her.
That's what she would look. That's what she would look like, pretty much.
Wow. Yeah, he definitely had a thing for Aaliyah back then. Way to not move on it, by the way. Thanks.
Yeah, I mean, bravo. I guess you did the right thing that she was supposed to fucking do. Like, I'm not gonna give him kudos for not sleeping with a 17-year-old. But all right, whatever. It's beside the point. I mean, and they were like 9 years apart. There's a big difference.
I mean, he was just like, mental picture. I'll save that one for later.
I don't know, he was like 46 years old. She'd be like 40. So there was like a 5-year difference between them.
Yeah, that's not crazy.
So, I mean, still, that's not crazy. But like, at the time, but I don't even know what I was talking about at this point. I don't remember what I was talking about. Well, but anyway, yeah. Oh yeah, the people, the now, like blaming the parents. Like, you can't. Nah, yo. Like, you know who this nigga is at this point. You do. Now we really know who he is, but like, I can't. I don't have any. Like, I do, and I don't have sympathy for parents that just let your children go with this nigga, thinking that he's going to make them a star, when he hasn't made anyone a star in the last however the fuck long. He's written songs, but people don't know him. Again,
I just fundamentally don't understand putting your kids in harm's way. I don't. I truly don't. You know, there's that side of it. There's like him writing songs based on like weird, gross shit that's happening in his life. Like, yo, you fucked up. You Are Not Alone by Michael Jackson, my nigga. Like, he wrote that song when
a chick had a miscarriage.
A chick had a miscarriage, and he was like isolating her, and she felt that way, and she said something to him, and he was like, "Oh, I'll write this song for Michael Jackson, one of the greatest musicians of all time." Also a weirdo, but I'll write a song for him, and then I'll have him sing it, and not tell him the true meaning of it. So then every time Jay hears that song later in life, he will get angry. Great, thank you. Yo, if he had written like anything like if there was a time machine and he wrote something off the wall, I'd be like, no, this is unacceptable.
Yeah, I couldn't. Yeah, I'd be mad. I love that album.
It's a superior album.
Yeah, he wrote a lot of shit.
He did. He wrote a lot of music.
Came out that B2K is not going to be performing Bump Bump Bump.
Yeah, because he wrote that.
Because he wrote that. Like, that's gross.
Yeah, it is.
Lyrics.
Look, I got to tell you. Look, obviously age ain't nothing but a number. Like, we all knew like that wasn't acceptable, right? Like back in the day.
Like 13, yeah.
Right. But then as they're telling that story and they're like, oh, and he wrote that song, I was just like, I don't like any of this. Because then it's like, age ain't nothing but a number. Throwing down ain't nothing but a thing. I'm like, yo, this nigga is 27. She's 15. Like, throw this nigga to the lions. Get the fuck out of here. This is ridiculous.
Yeah. Everybody's been bringing up the fact that like, if you go back and listen to all of his songs, like, seems like you're ready.
Right. Come on, yo, what
like,
the
seems
fuck?
like you're ready. I don't see.
My body's telling me no. Or my
my mind is telling me
no, but my body's telling me yes.
Yes. Like, I don't see nothing wrong with like, and I was thinking about that. Like, if you listen to the lyrics, it's like, okay, I don't see nothing wrong with a little bit on the grind. Okay, that's fine. There is nothing wrong with little.
Yes, between adults.
Like, exactly. There's no reason to say I don't see nothing wrong with little bumble grind because like people like to have sex. Two consenting adults. That's great. That shit is awesome.
Yeah, good times
like,
had by all.
And a 13-year-old.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, he's like, there's nothing wrong with it, officer.
Like, yes, there is something wrong.
Yeah, nigga,
like,
you are disgusting.
No, but my body's telling me yes. It's like, why is your mind telling you no? Because it's a 12-year-old.
Right. And also,
those lyrics are so like he literally told you, like, it's crazy when you think about it. And a lot of people, I'm assuming, like, came to this conclusion years ago. But like, he told you who the fuck he was in his lyrics.
Yeah, he's from it's from a twisted mind.
Yeah, those are really weird lyrics when you think about it with two consenting adults. It's like, not unless he's going to rape the woman. Like, what the fuck? Which is statutory rape. So, yo, this nigga's sick. Yeah.
Yeah, he is. And look, I got to tell you, man, you had posted in our fan group, blackandblackcinema.com/fans. You posted in there like, look, if you defend this nigga, keep it to yourself. Because we going to boot you the fuck out. And look, we did. We booted some people out. And I stand by that. This is, I know, well, everyone should have their own opinion. Yeah, that's cool. This is not a democracy. It's not a democracy. We run this. Fuck out of here. Like, I'm not interested in listening to people defend a pedophile. Because there's one very obvious reason why you shouldn't, besides it being fucking illegal, is would you allow this to happen to your daughter or your mother or your aunts or your sister, anybody, or just an innocent woman or a quote unquote innocent woman? I don't care if it's a woman on the street. I don't give a fuck. You don't treat people like that. It don't fucking matter. And it's just, we have become so, we have stopped giving a shit what happens to women a lot in society.
I don't think we ever did.
Well, you know what? You're right. That's
stopped.
Yeah. That's actually a better way of saying it. Absolutely. But I think there's also we have just proven, especially with the R. Kelly shit over the last 30 years, that we don't give a fuck about black girls, young black women, or as they get older. We just don't give a shit about black women at all as a society. Like, we just do not. Because look, truth be told, if R. Kelly was around fucking white women from the west side of Chicago or the north side of Chicago, then nobody would care, or he'd be arrested by now. Yeah. Like, R. Kelly ain't holding no white women in his house, making them stay in cages and all this other dumb shit. No, that would be a rap. But because they're black, we just let the shit slide. Yeah. Oh, they fast or whatever. It's fucking ridiculous.
And even women are saying that shit.
That to me is bonkers, man.
That makes me sick. Like, how, yo?
Because they don't think it'll happen to them.
The fast women, like they too grown. Like, no, yo.
They too grown? Okay. But he got them like pissing in buckets and shit like that. Is that grown enough? You ready for that? Fuck out of here, man.
Leave? It's like, well, he can't read, but he's not like he's really dumb. Like he's mastered the art of manipulation. And people are like, well, why don't these girls just leave? Like, well, essentially, like, cult leaders have a way with words, and they use certain tactics. Like Jim Jones made like 900 people kill themselves in Jonestown.
Yeah,
by drinking fucking Kool-Aid. Yeah, they just willingly did it. Why didn't they leave? Some people got out, but why didn't they leave? They could have left. Well,
so some of them could have left. The problem is they kind of had guns on them too. But
yeah, they were
irrespective of that. Like,
regardless of that, like they were there, they did it. They killed their children.
Yeah. But the thing is, people
make people do crazy shit.
Right, but people also don't understand, to that point, people don't understand like trauma, right? Like people don't really understand psychological manipulation. People don't really understand being in those situations, so they just assume you can just pick up and leave. Like, it's not that easy. No. Like, if you've ever met somebody who is going through those kind of issues, like, it's not easy for them to have a rational mind about things. Like, the point is, like, he does this isolation thing where he pulls you away from your friends and your family. You ain't just calling your friends to be like, yo, this nigga's wilding. Like, no, there's none of that shit.
Take your phone away.
Yeah. So, like, he isolates people. Like, the human mind is fragile. And, the human personality is just fragile. So, in the hands of somebody with ill intent, you can hurt people very easily. And not just physically. You can just mentally break them down. I mean, the talk of like him making that one girl wear a beard and all this other shit and pretend to be a guy, yo, that is going to psychologically fuck that woman up forever. Forever. You can guarantee it's going to fuck her up forever. She's going to need years of counseling. Yeah. Like, people don't understand. Like, if you've never been to counseling or you've ever dealt with that sort of trauma and things like that, you don't understand how easily your brain just switches over and it's just like, you're not thinking rationally. You're not. And because of that, you can't hold them to rational thought processes. Like, you just can't. So, no, don't do that. They should have just walked away. Well,
it's not that fucking.
It's not that easy. Like, this shit is hard. To kind of put a finer point on it, R. Kelly should go to jail and he should die in prison. Yeah. Whether that's through just dying there from years and years of sitting there or otherwise. I don't really care. Yeah. But we also have to stop talking about these teenage girls as teenage or young ladies. They're children. They're children, right? 13 is a child. 17, I don't care what anybody says, is a child. They're a child. You are not an adult at 17. You're not. Everybody, 17, I used to do X, Y, and Z. I don't give a fuck what you used to do. I don't give a fuck what you used to do. I used to do a lot of shit too. But you're not an adult. You're not. You're still thinking through your amygdala. You're still thinking with your lizard brain, fight or flight type of shit. Like, you're not thinking rational thoughts until after you're 25. And if you notice in the documentary, he ain't damn near meet nobody who was over fucking 19. Not a single one.
There was one person that they had, and she was like 33.
Yeah.
And I was side-eyeing, like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I was like, yo,
that was very bizarre.
Yo, her situation was crazy. She saw the fucking tape and was like, well, I guess that, that's the type of man I'm with, and but I just don't know what to do. I'm like, the type of man you with? No, it's not like you're with a guy who likes like skinny chicks or thick chicks. Like, no, it's not the type of guy you with. You're with a pedophile, my nigga. Like, what the fuck? That's a deal breaker. It's a deal breaker. Like, if I was dating a woman and I found out she fucks 13-year-old boys, I'm out. That's it. Well, she really is also into kayaking and I'm into that. No, it's not. No, there's nothing. There's no getting back past that. That's a big fucking matzo ball. That's a roadblock. So I didn't understand that. But she was like, I'm in love with him. I'm like, get out of love with him. Get the fuck out of here. Run. Like, she called this nigga on the phone. It's like, I saw the tape. And he was like, bitch, that ain't me. Don't accuse me of shit. I'm going to fuck you up when you get here. And then she flew there. Don't fly there. You're already at home. Lock your door. I didn't understand that. You're 33.
Yeah, you know better at that point.
You know better, man.
I don't give you a pass. I'm sorry. Like, it's fucked up.
Now, you're a grown-ass woman, man. You got, come on, man. Come on. You ain't got, again, you ain't got an older brother or older cousin. Like, yo, this nigga's wild. Can you come over here and hang out with me? And when he come in here, we gonna fuck him up. Like, I'm just saying, what is going on? The young girls I get, but 33, come on, yo. Oh, I didn't believe the allegations. You ain't even think.
This was 2012, yo. What the fuck?
The thing is, all right, you ain't believe the allegations from the case. Okay. It's a fact that he married Aaliyah at 15. Like, nigga, we knew that in 2012. I know because I was alive. What the fuck? Like, everyone knew that. You still dated a nigga who was 27 who fucked a 15-year-old. What is wrong with you? I don't get it. I truly don't.
And then they were talking about how I didn't know that he got arrested in 2004 and then he didn't go on trial till 2008. I didn't know that. I
didn't realize it was like, a massive amount of time.
5 year difference or 4 or 5 year difference. It just was kind of like a blur for me. But in between that time, that's when he made like all of his he did like Happy People and Step in the Name of Love, all of the shit that didn't have to do with like his pedophilia.
Yeah.
Which again, it was another bizarre thing. I was like, wow, I didn't realize he did all that. This nigga's a creep. Yo, he is a special kind of creep.
Yeah.
Like that
nigga. And look, like
killing someone. Like,
and look, and like I was telling you and Micah in text today, yo, he has a tattoo like right here in big ass letters that says Survivor. Yo, what the fuck is wrong with this nigga, yo? Yeah, women are surviving you. Like, what are you surviving? Oh, they tried to take down my career because I was fucking a 15-year-old girl and then pissing on another 15-year-old girl because I'm a sick motherfucker. But they're trying to take me down. Rally to me, black people, like Voltron. Like, no, nigga, fuck out of here. And by the way, there was something said in the documentary that really, really ticked me off in a, like, wow, I really agree with this, is making me mad, I think it was Tom Joyner was on there, and he was like, black people have, they've forgiven R. Kelly, numerous times, because that's just the church in us. And I was like, can we fucking stop with this shit? Can we stop with it? He's absolutely right. Good. Look, I'm an atheist. Take it for whatever you take it as. Terrence is also an atheist. He's the heathen. He's going to burn in hell. It's not real. I'm fine. We'll be good. But black people are largely Christian. I get it. It's a religion of forgiveness and, yada, 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 and goodness and all that stuff. Can we please stop just forgiving the most scumbag niggas on the planet? Just run out to forgive them because of your religion. You're fucking up the community, my nigga, because you're just covering for pieces of shit. You're covering for them. Oh, I forgive I forgive him. Oh, is the uncle who fucked your daughter? Yeah, I forgive him though, because Jesus, I forgive him. Nah, nigga, that nigga needs to go to jail. Fuck all that forgiveness shit. You forgive people because, oh, I bumped you. Sorry, my bad, yo. You all right? You good. That's the stuff you forgive. You don't forgive people raping children. You don't forgive that shit. Why? Because you like Step in the Name of Love? Look, nigga, I do too. All right? I like that song. We all like the song. It's a great song. But some shit you got to let go. Stop forgiving people so fucking fast. It's the same thing. We had those fucking the rest of the people who were the rest of the black folks from that church after those 9 black people were murdered in that church in South Carolina by Dylan Roof. Oh, well, we forgive them as Christians. No, you don't have to. You can give it a minute and be like, nah, right now, fuck that nigga. Maybe in 20 years, I'll be there. I ain't in no rush. Why are we rushing out to forgive people doing atrocities to us? Knock it off. And look, I get it. That's a Christian thing, and that is not where I am. But as a group of black people, knock it the fuck off. Knock it off. It's hurting us, man. It ain't helping us. It's hurting us. If you think it's helping us with some Jesus shit, that's fine, but you're wrong. Just know that you're wrong. You know what you're wrong. Because for every R. Kelly, there's 9 niggas in adjacent families doing the same shit that we're forgiving all the time. Fuck that. Like, that shit pisses me off, man. I was like, look, I could not believe how perfectly Tom Joyner put that. Oh, it's church in us. And he said it like, no big deal. No, it's a big fucking deal, dude. So where are the TD Jakes or whatever fucking major people in the black community? Step up and be like, this is unacceptable. They got this nigga singing at Whitney Houston's funeral. What the fuck? Nigga, that wasn't 40 years ago. That was like 3 years ago. Every black artist in there, oh, yeah, R. Kelly's doing a good job. This nigga is raping children, yo. Where the fuck are we? Where are we as a community holding our own people fucking accountable? Well, you know, white people have gone after black people in the past. Yeah, I get that. I get that, of course. But this nigga is not a hero. This nigga pisses on people. Like, get the fuck out of here, yo. That shit piss me off, man.
Children. Not people, children.
Children.
Like,
thank you.
Consenting adults, fine. Like, you can't, a child cannot consent to pissing on someone. It's just, like, one of the other things that that I was thinking about was essentially, okay, we forgive him. Like apparently people forgive him, but like none of these people can consent because they can't. Because they can't legally consent to anything that he's ever done.
Right.
Unless they were 18. I don't know. People were like, oh, the age of consent. And I don't know. Whatever. They're still teenagers. I just lost my train of thought, like, because this shit just made me so angry. Yeah, he can just go to jail. Like, that's just the general consensus. Yeah, like as I was saying, I was listening to the Joe Budden podcast. I was like, again, we're not supposed to because whatever the fuck ever. But I listened to the episode from last Wednesday, and this is from Saturday, and he was like, he went to the RCA Twitter feed. I didn't know that nigga was still signed to a record label.
Yeah, that's crazy.
To RCA.
That's
what
crazy.
Why? I thought at this point he would be independent because like no one would want to touch him.
Nope. People still buying his music.
But like, so he's still signed with RCA. That's really weird. And the other thing is like, can we hold off on like putting certain people into the same category as him? And
that was his point. That was his point today.
Which I actually listened to the episode today, and when I was thinking that the other day, I'm like, okay, he's got these like he actually really went to that he laid everything out like, and he's not one to just not tell the truth.
Yeah,
like,
he just throws it out there.
He puts everything out there, and it is what it is. Like you can believe him, you can hate him, whatever, but he does what he does. He's very good at it. But yeah, I'm not gonna lump. Not yet, because this nigga's I like Drake. Like they brought up Drake. I'm like, yo, this nigga's
your behavior is not acceptable. Yeah,
stop talking to 11-year-olds. I know her name is 11 on the show, but like, yo, she's like 12. Stop it. That tape that came out when he was back in 2010. I'm like, she told you how old she was, and you still did your thing. I was like, don't do that. Yeah, don't do that. Like, again, he's not on the level of R.Kelly yet. So don't do that. Like, right.
Well, I saw people were. So here's another fun one.
Then all right, and then we can throw that nigga under the bus. But like at this point, celebrity is a hell of a drug.
It is. Celebrity is a hell of a drug.
And you feel like you can do whatever the fuck you want once you get to a certain point. But like you have to, you gotta rein that. I mean, I don't know if it's in you, but you gotta rein that shit in. You know, like right now, you're on notice, Drake. Cut that shit out.
Yeah. Because I feel like you get like one or two more of those and people are going to be like, nope.
Yeah, you got to get the fuck out of here. Like Joe Budden, he's had his issues with like drugs and he was accused of shit. Like people say there's documented evidence. Not really, because he was exonerated of both things. Like again, the legal system.
So who knows?
Sometimes. So you never really know. Like the women, either way, like he wasn't found guilty of anything. But people have it in their mind, whatever. Yeah, don't lump them in with this nigga yet. Not yet.
Yeah, you got to be very careful about that because
people have grown. This nigga is who he is. He's going to continue to be. He's been doing it for 30 years. It's not going to change.
Right.
He's got to go to jail.
Right. So I did a little bit of detective work, and by detective work, I Googled one thing and figured out this didn't make any sense. Somebody was like, Jay-Z had sex with Foxy Brown when she was 15 and he was 27. And I was like, wow, that's really fucked up. And I'm a huge Jay-Z fan. I'm like,
he's like my favorite artist.
I'm like, yo, don't make me get Jay-Z out of here, yo. Like, this is gonna suck, right? Like, yeah. And I don't want to be a hypocrite and just be like, well, the Black Album's still good, nigga. Like, nah, you can't do that, right? Like, you gotta stand by your convictions, right?
I was,
And so I'm like, and I heard the information. I was like, wow, that's really fucked up. And I'm like trying to like figure out how to process this shit, trying to come up with an excuse. Like, nah, I'm just kidding. But right, so like I'm like, damn, that's really fucked up. And then like yesterday, I'm like brushing my teeth and I'm like, wait a minute. Jay-Z, I was like, Foxy Brown isn't that much like crazy, that much older than or younger than Jay-Z. I was like, that doesn't seem correct. And so I looked it up. Foxy Brown is 40 years old. Jay-Z just turned 49. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, so they're 9 years apart. So that would have, even if Foxy Brown was 15, that would make him 24, right? Which is still wildly unacceptable because, again, she's 15, right? Yeah. But then I'm thinking, okay, when the fuck would Jay-Z have heard of Foxy Brown? Like, when? When? Like, around her first album when she was an artist, not like just some kid, right? Most likely. And so I'm like, okay, when did her first album come out? Well, it came out in 1995. She was 17 and he was 26. Again, I personally think that's those numbers don't work, but they're not illegal, right? And like, you can't throw it. And then they're like, well, he dated Beyonce when she was young. Again, legally.
They started dating like, Beyonce is.
I think Beyonce is 36.
5 months younger than I am.
Yeah, she's like 36.
She was born in September of 81.
Right. So
yeah, if they started dating in like 2000, 2001, I was 20.
Yeah,
so
like
she was of age. It's still like they're 11 years apart. It's still a little.
But you can't kill them over it.
No, they were of age. You can't say they're both technically consenting adults at that point.
Right. So I'm just like, look, I get it. The age gaps are big, right? And I'm not comfortable with them. But at the same time, R. Kelly fucked a 15-year-old. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there is multiple kids.
He had threesomes with teenagers,
Right. Like teenagers and adult women, which I'm like, yo, what the fuck? You walk in and you're like, oh, we're going to have a threesome. And you walk in and it's like a teenage girl there, be like, kind of busy, gotta go. Like, why are you still doing it? Like, that's the 33-year-old woman, that was her thing. Like, she had a threesome with the chick who was in the fucking tape. I'm like, yo, what the fuck is going on?
Wait, what?
Yeah, that's what she said. She was saying that she was brought in and had a threesome, and she recognized...
No, this is the one that was 6... Wait, what?
The 33-year-old woman that, like, she met him when she was 33?
12?
What's that? Yeah, that he met in 2012. 12? Yeah, she recognized the girl from the tape that they had a threesome, like the three of them, like when she went to have a threesome, she recognized the girl on the tape. Because that young girl stayed around. Like, she stayed around. She didn't just go away. Because there's a number of people who remember her.
Holy shit.
I
must have missed that part.
Yeah.
Good God.
No, this is like super fucked up. But again, like, I'm going to need people to, and to Joe's point, and I think it was a good one, like, there are degrees to this shit. It's like when the Me Too movement started popping off and it was like, Harvey Weinstein is, this piece of shit, rapist. And I'm like, this nigga needs to go to jail. And then they're like, and one guy grabbed a girl's butt, like in a movie. And I'm like, yo, don't put them in the same group as Harvey Weinstein, my nigga. Like, yeah, that's unacceptable, but that's a rapist. Like, they're not the same thing. Like, there are degrees to this shit. Like, there are. I know we don't live in a time of nuance, but like, come on, man. Like, that's a dangerous game. It's a dangerous game you're playing. So these are people's lives. They're people's lives. Again, people who are rapists or who are enabling rapists or, child molesters or pedophiles, you can throw all of them in the same bucket and light it on fire as far as I'm concerned. Like, that, I got no problem with that. Guys who date younger women, that's not the same thing. That's not the same thing. Like, and keep in mind, we as a society, we're like, yeah. Like, we all push that same shit. We all do. I mean, so we have to be careful in how we enable and also simultaneously judge these things, right? Like, come on, man. We gotta do better. Like, we do. We gotta do better. So I think at an hour, I think we've made more than our point. It's damn near a full episode.
I figured it would be a long conversation because this nigga, he needs to go to jail. Jail, shot, I don't know, whatever. It doesn't matter to me. I don't care. Like, as long as he pays for what the fuck he's done.
Yeah. Ooh, by the way, I would like to initiate something. If you're listening to this and or watching this on YouTube and you disagree and you think R. Kelly is innocent and you have a microphone and a camera, I'd love to talk with you. And I want to have a real conversation. I don't want to go, he making money and that's your only argument. I want you to explain to me why it's acceptable to do what he did and why you still support him. So I put that out there. Like, I'll happily talk to you on camera. I won't edit it. We'll just have a conversation. And just know, I'm not going to be nice to you at all. I'm not. But I'm putting it out there. Welcome to 2019. Jay is going to be much more open to the community, which is to say, I will happily challenge people who have fucked up ideas. That's my New Year's resolution, is to just call people out. So,
yeah, sounds fine to me.
Yeah, should be fun. So if you're listening and you're watching, there you go. There's my challenge to you. All right, that's it. We will be back next week with Tyrel. And we'll see you guys next time.
Take it easy.
Bye. You're watching the Black on Black Cinema YouTube channel. Make sure you check out our full reviews of black movies, past and present. And every other week, we do a preview episode where we talk about a random topic that affects the black community.